Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top author on trading with over 190k reputation points. In this video, I will be speaking about NZDUSD. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect for this market. Then we will be moving to the order flow by looking at the commitment of traders, so the COT data, which is essentially what the big players in the market are doing and how they're moving and shifting their orders. And by the end of the video, by using a combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here for this pair. So this is definitely a video you do not want to miss. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to be for high quality free trading education. So without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts. Now, starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that the market just went from having a quite strong rejection to the downside to now testing quite strong historical monthly support and demand. In fact, what we know is that from here, all this previous rejection to the upside was created. Again, here, the market tested the level and rejected it to the upside. At the moment, the market is testing once again the exact same zone, from which there is a good probability to see yet another rejection to the upside. We can also notice, if we look at the most recent price action here, that the market is quite overextended to the downside. After every impulse, the market is supposed to follow with a correction, because if the market just goes straight down, at some point becomes overextended and new buyers step into the market. Or better said, there is some profit taking from the people that were in the shorts that then brings the price higher. So there is definitely a good probability to see a potential rejection to the upside away from this strong historical support. So let's keep that in mind and drop down on the weekly time frame. Now, from a weekly perspective, the situation is quite clear. We can notice how we had a strong move to the downside. The market then followed with a correction, tried going lower. However, it failed, with the market creating this double bottom at this area, from which there is now a good probability to see a potential rejection to the upside. So from a weekly standpoint as well, everything seems quite bullish, and there is a good probability to see more potential bullish continuation to be created away from this area. Now, dropping down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Now, from a daily perspective, the situation is quite clear. We can notice how here at the high, we had very strong previous resistance. All these previous rejections to the downside were created away from this area. And I also spoke about NZDUSD just a few days ago when the market was here, explaining all the reasons for which I was expecting this rejection to the upside, which is in fact exactly what the market just gave us. And by the way, I will link in the description that previous analysis, so you can go and check it out for more free education. But as the market is currently still below this resistance, and before we dig deeper into what we have here from a technical perspective, first, let's go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so what the big players in the market are currently doing, and let's look at the data precisely for the NZD. Now, the first thing to keep in mind is that if we're looking at the data for the NZD, we're actually already looking at NZDUSD, because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. And what we can notice is that with the last reports, net positions have been massively increased. We went from minus 54.6k to minus 49k net positions, showing how institutions are clearly now starting to move back to the bullish side for the NZD, therefore to the bullish side for NZDUSD, therefore making it stronger. We can also notice how we just had an increase of the longs on NZDUSD from an institutional perspective from 7.8k to 8.3k, and shorts got decreased from 65k to 57k. So institutions are increasing their longs and decreasing their shorts on the NZD, therefore on the NZDUSD. Now, let's keep all of this in mind and move back to the chart. And by the way, if you still haven't, make sure that you join my free Telegram channel, which you find linked in the description, so you never miss new updates. Now, back to the analysis. So from a daily perspective, if the market here will break above this resistance, that is where things get interesting, because if we do see a break above this resistance on the retest of the previous resistance turn support, that is where, in my opinion, we have good probability to see more institutional longing, since institutions are already longing, which at that point could further increase the probabilities of a potential rejection to the upside away from this zone. So if we do get this break and retest, what would I expect? Well, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes combined with the COT data, those are the best timeframes when it comes to the directional aspect of the market. However, when it comes to identifying early shifts in the trend of a market, the best timeframes for that are the intraday timeframes, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what I would expect is that if this market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market, I wouldn't be surprised to see a potential rejection to the upside for the market to complete this daily impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. That definitely wouldn't surprise me. Now, all this general free education and analysis that you see me provide on YouTube is actually just the tip of the iceberg. In fact, if you want to learn more, I really suggest that you go and check out my transparentfxtrading.com website, which you find linked in description. Here, you have the possibility to gain access to all my courses, starting from the very basics of charting all the way up to the more advanced topics like how to build automated trading strategies using the MQL4 language, how to build portfolios of strategies, and using quantitative finance tools like the quant analyzer to actually build those portfolios of strategies. You also have the possibility to gain access to my trading station software with the Telegram notifications integrations. You can get one-on-one mentorship directly with me. Also, you can gain access to the COT data software, which you often see me use on my YouTube channel. This is an all-in-one program. In fact, on top of all of this, you also have the possibility to gain access to all my personally developed EAs, so my automated trading tools. Here, you will see all the presentations of each and every one of them. And also you have the possibility to gain access to the trading show, so essentially a live stream of all the trades happening in live time from my live account. And if you continue to scroll down past the testimonials, you will see that you can also find the button to join now, and you will essentially be put in contact of my WhatsApp number. So I really suggest that you go and check it out as soon as possible. The link is in the description, and I will see you in my next video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. Also, if you have any suggestions on any topics or pairs that you would like me to cover in the next videos, make sure to drop them in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video.